Ivan here, and I woke up this morning thinking, hey, it's time for another YouTube video. So here we are. I'm gonna show you guys my watch collection. Some of these watches I think are really cool. I've amassed these throughout the years. Some I've received as gifts going back to high school. So I take pretty good care of my watches, I'd like to think, for the ones that survive my wrist. And I'll tell you guys the ones that don't, but for now, let's check these watches out. So Cuddy's gonna be here with me on this review. As you can see, he's crazy interested in watches. Probably not. But anyway, here we are. I guess before we talk about the collection, we should talk about the case. When I got to like 4 watches in, I was like, let me get a case. I needed a place to store them and keep them safe all in one spot. So I dished out like 40 bucks, got this case. It's wrapped in leather. It's got this glass kind of display case. I really like it. It works great, does the job. So, coincidentally, my passport's in here too. But here we go. This is the collection. Welcome everybody. Now, let's talk about these watches. So let's start with this one. You guys have already seen this one in my previous video. I sort of went over it right when I got it. It's a Tag Heuer. It's a caliber 6 Formula 1 watch. I just got this from my family as a gift. I am super blessed and grateful to have a family that gets me gifts like this. And I absolutely love this watch. I love how it reflects light. I love how it feels on my wrist. Let's move on to the second watch here, which is an incredibly special watch. This is a passed down family heirloom from my grandfather. It's an incredible story, actually. So my family's from Serbia and Eastern Europe, and my grandfather used to be a businessman in Germany that did all this cattle trading. And so basically what happened is he wanted to get a career sort of gift for himself, and he drove 16 hours to Amsterdam, got on a boat, and then went to London just to buy this watch. It was one, he really wanted a Longines, and that's what you had to do back in the day to go get one. So, incredibly special watch. And I'll tie that back in with my Longines in a moment when we get to it. Let's move on to the Nixon, an American-made, American-built watch. Extremely special. This is my first official watch. I got this when I was like 16 years old in high school. It has a little diamond in there, and at the back it says, this is the Nixon player, and in the back it says, yes, it's real, referring to that diamond. This doesn't have sapphire scratch resistant glass, but this watch has been through hell and back with me. You can tell that it's a little scratched up on the face, and it has made it through my first watch from high school. Okay, now let's move on to my second Nixon. So this used to belong to my friend Mike Marceron, and he got it, and I was like, damn, Mike, that's a nice watch. And since I already had the first Nixon, I was like, I really like this brand, and let me stick with it. And so I asked Mike to buy it from him, and I bought it from him for $90. Honestly, one of the coolest watches. This is one I probably used to wear quite a lot, almost every day, but these days I kind of wear it the least. It needs a battery replacement, but man, this watch is also durable, and it has sapphire crystal glass, so it's scratch resistant on the face. Look at that leather. That is worn leather. I wore this everywhere. I wore this to the beach. I wore this to all sorts of occasions. Amazing watch. This was my second watch. Probably got this when I was 18 from Mike. And now we move on to my infamous Bulova. This watch has been an absolute disaster. It's been falling apart for years. I didn't even rough wear this on my wrist. I literally put my hand in my pocket one day, pulled it out, and 2 things got damaged. The bracelet and this little dial. So, then I gave it to a friend to fix, and I should never have trusted him because this is an original part, and this looks kind of weird. But anyway, it's a Frankenstein watch, but I still love it. It's part of my collection, and I got this probably when I was like 21 years old. Here we are with my Swatch. This was an impulse buy. You're gonna see a theme here with impulse buying, but it really caught my eye. It's completely made out of plastic. It doesn't even have scratch resistant sapphire glass, but it's an automatic and it's made out of plastic. So that really was unique to me. The back was extremely unique to me, as you can tell. I love that glass back, and I just love how unique this watch is. I do wear this on occasion. I think it's quirky, and I think it's really interesting. This watch was also another impulse buy. It is a Luminox, and it's made out of this special carbon type material that also is sort of like plastic, but you know what? It is extremely sturdy. It has a Swiss movement in it, but this is an American company. You know, I love this watch. I wear this when I go snowboarding. I wear this when I go on any sort of rough and tough adventures with my dog, of course, that just ran away because he doesn't want to be part of this video. And I bought this in an airplane. I saw it when I was flying to Rome, and when I was flying back, I was like, okay, I'm just gonna buy this. Another impulse buy. I love it. Don't regret that buy for 1 second. And last but not least is my Longines. I absolutely love this automatic. This is definitely a shout out to my grandfather that got that Longines in the 60s for a career move. And so, you know, I struggled real hard to like establish myself in my industry. And so after a few years of absolute grind, I decided to get this watch, and I love it. It's probably the favorite one in my entire collection. Shout out to Longines for making a spectacular watch. This watch has been through lots of rough wear, and it is perfect. Here we are. That's my collection, and I really hope that you guys found this video interesting. At least I don't think it's very helpful in making, you know, purchasing decisions or any sort of an in-depth review, but this is my collection that has meant quite a lot to me, and it took me quite a lot of years to amass. Some of these watches are quirky. They're not Rolexes. As I said, you know, your watch is a reflection of sort of your style, your taste, and your personality, and I happen to be a quirky type of person, so these are the type of watches that I have. And please click the subscribe button and like this video to support my channel. This is one of my first YouTube videos, but I'm planning on making many, many more. Thanks, everyone.